empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan.
Well, Well, hello, everybody, folks, and a good afternoon to you. Good morning, sorry, to you folks, and welcome back aboard. Once again, everybody, folks, then to Realltom Football. My name is Tom. I'll be bringing you the watch along today, for Nottingham Forest, who are up against Manchester City live in the Premier League. If you do watch him on the replay, please do make sure that you are leaving a like on the stream, hitting that subscribe. And if you are new, and thank you very much indeed, folks, everybody sure is here today. And kick-off is coming your way from 12:30 in the Premier League. Oh, wow. So 12:30 kickoff then in the Premier League. Nottingham Forest against Manchester City. Big match. Part of your triple header Saturday night football lineup on the channel. Hope you're doing well. Good to see you and welcome aboard, as I say. We're about to get going for the lineups in a moment, about 4 minutes or so. But before we do get through some team news, we've got a big bouquet of tickets, and we're going to start from the top. I've gone for a risky one, but I've gone for a £5 straight through Forest to win. And that would return me a lovely sum of £17.50 if Forest win today. And I strongly believe that this is Forest's time. A £1 stake going on the Brighton Bet Builder, only a 2p one as well. Brighton or Fulham to win, no backing of a draw in that one whatsoever, under 6.5 goals. £1 for £1.34 on that one. For Liverpool's game against Southampton, I've got a £1 price boosted bet single. Anytime goal scorer Dominic Szoboszlai, 13.5 odds, changed to 27 in 10. £3.70 is the max return if Dominic Szoboszlai is an anytime goal scorer for Liverpool against Southampton. And for the Brentford Villa game, I couldn't come up with a bet builder, so we've gone for 2 anytime goal scorer price boosted slips. £1.20 if Johan Visser scores at any time in that game, or £2 if Marco Asensio scores at any time in that game. Let's move on to the final few slips. We've got the both teams to score back in play today. 50p will return £4.16 if Palace and Ipswich. Yes, both teams score. Brentford Villa and Wolves Everton, both teams score in those games. We do not want both teams to score though at Anfield for Liverpool against Southampton. Accra Insurance itself is a 50p stake, returning £59.31 with Nottingham Forest to win. Fulham to win, Everton to win, Burnley and Blackburn Rovers all to win. 50p for £59.31. And last but not least, we've got the 1, 2, 3 predicting scores of Everton to win 2-1 at Wolves, Bournemouth to win 2-1 at Spurs, and Arsenal to get a 1-0 win at Old Trafford. So yes, just a one bet builder in play today, but as I say, there's plenty of singles, there's plenty of insurances, and for this one, we've got Forest to win straight through, and it's a nice big one. As I said, £17.50 will come back if Forest get the job done today. I'm gonna stick for. I'm staying safe. I'm staying 1-0, mate. And we'll have more bet builders out for you guys tomorrow, but there is a nice return of £60, something like that. A little bit more than that. I think it'll be like more than 70 actually. We won't get to 100. We will get to 100 if we predict 3 correct scores. As I said, Everton to win 2-1, Bournemouth to win 2-1, Arsenal to win 1-0. Yeah, well, look, we ain't got an out-and-out goal scorer, have we? So, and we have got attacking injuries, so. Anyways, 12:20 p.m. is the UK time. Let's have a look at your team news and match information. Nottingham Forest are taking on Manchester City. Here we go. And yes, the last Premier League game we had live was Forest Arsenal, and now we go on where Arsenal play Manchester United. Tomorrow at 4:30. And today, Forest host Manchester City. 3 o'clock kickoffs. Brighton against Fulham. Crystal Palace are hosting Ipswich. Liverpool, Southampton. There is the extra game on telly tonight. 8 o'clock kickoff of Wolves Everton is the extra game on television. I was contemplating doing it, but I decided to go for Brentford against Villa. So Wolves Everton is the one game that I won't be live for later. Tomorrow is a three-piece Super Sunday with 2 games live on the channel. Spurs against Bournemouth will be at 2 o'clock. You can also see Chelsea against Leicester at Stamford Bridge. That is one of the other 2 o'clock kickoffs tomorrow. And the huge one, it is United-Arsenal, one of the biggest rivalries in this country, for sure. West Ham United against Newcastle is the Monday night football. Your league table impacts there for Forest against Manchester City. Well, Nottingham Forest with the chance to go on to 51 points with the 3 points today. That will put them to within 3 points of us, depending on our result tomorrow, at our most feared ground in Old Trafford. Which I must remind you is a ground where Forest have won this season. For Manchester City, it is going to be a case of going on to 48 points if they get a point, of course. So, because they are 1 point behind Nottingham Forest, a draw here would mean that still Forest would remain firmly in third. The 3 points of Manchester City would put them on to 50 points, to within 4 points of Arsenal and to within 17 of the mighty Reds. A little bit later on as well, there's opportunities for Brighton to scale up the table. As well for Fulham, who are 1 point behind Brighton going into that game today. Crystal Palace can't move very far. Their opponents, Ipswich Town, can get 3 points and go to within 2 points of Wolves, depending on their results against Everton, who can go on to 35 points. You've got Leicester down there, who, if they could beat Chelsea by a shock, could cause some real stir up in that bottom 3. For Chelsea, they can go closer. And then United Arsenal, well, it's a fixture to be analysed tomorrow. West Ham against Newcastle. Big one as well. Right then, it is 12:25. Let's bring you your team news. Over we go then. Starting with Forest to begin with Matt Sells in goal, a 4-2-3-1 formation. Sees a back four of Murillo, Nico Williams, Nikola Milenkovic and Ola Aina. The midfield is split into 2 parts, a defensive 2 of Nicholas Dominguez and Elliot Anderson plays behind your attacking 3 of Morgan Gibbs-White, Anthony Alanga and Callum Hudson-Odoi, who most certainly starred across that win over Ipswich on Monday. Chris Wood is leading the front by himself in place of Taiwo Awoniyi from Monday. And on the bench is Taiwo Awoniyi, Jota Silva, Danilo, Wayne Hennessy, Morata, Alex Moreno, Willy Bolly, Ibrahim Sangare, and Ryan Yates. Manchester City get Ederson back in goal. A 4-2-3 formation sees a back four of Ruben Diaz, Josko Gvardiol, Mateus Nunez, and Abdulkadir Kusanov, the first Uzbekistanian footballer. Midfield split into two parts, a defensive two of Bernardo Silva and Nico Gonzalez plays behind your attacking three of Savinho, Phil Foden and Jeremy Doku. Leading the front though by himself is Erling Haaland on the bench. For Manchester City, Stefan Ortega, Vitor Reis, Rico Lewis, Matteo Kovacic, Jack Grealish, Kevin De Bruyne, Ilkay Gundogan, Nico O'Reilly and Omar Mamouche. There's your team news then. Well, let me get myself back into the correct format of position on the camera in terms of that. And we're going to get your referees up now, people. We are on time this weekend because I do want to find out who the referee is at Old Trafford on Sunday. TNT Sports may end up revealing the referee before I even get a chance to find out who it is for this game. Oh, no. Chris Kavanagh is the referee for this one today. On our next game, which is the second game, Brighton-Fulham, is Sam Barrett. Crystal Palace against Ipswich Town. You've got Simon Hooper. A referee who I've not heard of before in Lewis Smith will be a Liverpool against Southampton. It's Jared Gillett. For Brentford against Aston Villa, if you're a Wolves or Everton fan, you can enjoy Stuart Atwell's refereeing for that game. Chelsea against Leicester, overseen by Tim Robinson, with Spurs Bournemouth hosted by John Brooks. West Ham Newcastle's got Michael Salisbury, but the Manchester United Arsenal game tomorrow is Anthony Taylor. We've got Anthony Taylor. We've got tails. We've got tails. Well, this stadium, I've seen it before in daylight, but I've only ever experienced it on a match day at night. But night or daylight, it is one of football's best grounds. And if you don't know what I mean by that, well, obviously on Monday, I did make my third visit to Nottingham Forest at the City Ground, and it was party time as Matt Sells saved Ipswich's fifth and final penalty, which won a penalty shootout after a rather thrilling second half, really. So a big pile of sheets, receipts, whatever you want to call it, is receipt paper. So that's what machines use to print off slips like this. But our main focus is on Forest just getting the job done today for that lovely little sum of £17.50. Would put us £12.50 in profit on that singular game. Yes, people, Tom has gone crazy. Tom has put a fiver on Forest to win. Well, Nuno was certainly a celebratory man on Monday. And he's up against a man who has just as much magic as him. It appears as though this season Nuno might have that bit more magic. Will that be proven on the pitch today? as Forest sit higher in the table with a duel against City. Obviously, I want Forest to win. But if they avoid defeat today, which I fully expect them to do, then they're fine. Look at them. It's still hard to believe I was in there on Monday night, you know. What a ground, what a club. Here we go then. We're off and running for action at the City Ground once again. This time around it's on television. But nevertheless, you can't go and party every week. Haaland with the header. Let's mute this because it's going to get me. Yeah, not surprised. Gone 12:30. Email time. Foul on Savinho there. Free kick. Charles is here. How you doing, Charles? Welcome to you. Guardiola. It is a sunny day. Everywhere, really. I mean, where I am, it's sunny. In Nottingham, it's sunny. Yes, about 80% of the pitch is coated in sun, with only the strip of pitch where the dugouts are being shaded, and as well behind the goal actually, where the Trent and it's all right because I was sat looking at the dugouts, not behind them, looking at them. So yeah, Trent End on TV view is to my left. First corner of the game, Forest, inside just 2 minutes and 20 seconds. Anthony Elanga is going to deliver it. Delivery doesn't beat the first man from Anthony Elanga. Nodded back in, but out of play straight away. Yeah, possession-wise, yep, so little the ball, Forest. Does it affect them? Oh, yes, applause for Stuart Pearce in the ground. There was applause for a young, I believe, 6-year-old who lost his life on Monday as well. Because, yeah, in the 6th minute, in fact. Yeah, Yeah, I was just taking, well, I only just managed to find my seat, and then, yeah, I had to stop on the stairs because everybody was applauding, so I was like, ooh, okay. Cross from Hudson-Odoi is comfortably defended there by Ruben Diaz. Gavardio. Give us wide. And you can hear the commentators saying, well, look, spring's here. Spring is not here. This is just a bit of a sun wave, because next week it's going to be turning very, very cold again. Ashik's here. Ashik, welcome in. Ashik. B. Harry. Aina with the long throw to Elliot Anderson. Poor execution of the shot or ball in, whatever he tried to do. Plenty. Got a 5 on Forest to win, so we'll see how that goes. Josko Gvardiol. Diaz. Savinho on the move down that right-hand side. Kate and Jonathan here. Good to see Kate and Jonathan. Welcome into you. Not too bad, thank you. What about yourselves? Chris Woods lost out to Haaland, who couldn't punish him. Well, first thing I've got to ask is why is Chris Wood, as a centre-forward striker, playing a centre-back's role and giving the ball away there? I know. Was he caught there? Referee's flag for a throw-in. Assistant referee. Good. That's what we like to hear. Murillo. Got the nutmeg on Haaland. It ran through back to Sells. And the dogs are barking at 12:40. Lovely jubbly. Doku. Mateus Nunes. Bernardo Silva down that right-hand side. Well, on a rather mild spring day, well, no, it's not spring yet, I don't think. It's supposed to be the 20th of March, but mild, sunny day. I think it's astrologically it's spring, but not actually spring. Yep. There is. Yeah, they should do. I say it's been a very mild and not chilly, but chilled start to the match. Of just City playing their game. They probably had about 200 touches by now. But it's the game that Forest play. Off the ball. I looked at the Pep. It's just totally casually dressed for every match, isn't he? We're at the food bit now. Yeah, we are. The voice box hasn't been tested yet. Boring. Captain America. Oof, okay. Enjoy that. I definitely wouldn't pay a cinema to watch that kind of movie, but there you go. Although when you've got people like Sky giving you 2 free cinema tickets a month, you don't really have to pay for the cinema. I covered Doku well there. Well, quite conveniently in a sense, Tony Harrington was the referee on Monday. And I managed to get the entire stand that I was sat in just saying, wrong decision or right decision, like wrong decision, Tony, whenever he made a bad decision. It was hilarious. Gonzalez has hit the outer frame of the goal. Off the post and onto the goal frame. I like to call those 2 posts that hold the net together, the net stretchers. Haaland. They're going to clear it, Forest, are they? Yes, they are. Williams to Elanga. Tidy move. Slip through 4. No idea it was slip through 4, actually. Gibbs White. Anderson look, he's returned it to him. Hudson-Odoi's cross. Wood. Got a touch, but not an effective one. Might be offside as well. Murillo should see that out of play for a goal kick. And indeed he does. Why would I watch Liverpool against Southampton? I'd be asleep. Because you're going to pepper them, mate. What happened for Norwich last night? Let's have a look at Norwich. I want to see what happened because I was thinking of betting on it, but I didn't. It's Rue. Both to 2 goals within the first 18 minutes and nothing more after that. It's been a very quiet and conservative game at the Forest. Just a game of tippy-tappy pass football at the minute. You just wonder if the sun is stopping the River Trent from sprinkling its magic mist over the stadium. Well, it's going for a draw at the minute. Underwhelming. So Murillo delivers his free kick. Flat one down the line for Elanga. Gibbs White, can he cause a bit of trouble? Aina. And this has worked out wide to Gibbs White, whose cross is deflected off Foden, and it's not gone for a corner. Ederson's prevented that. I get an immediate, that's a bit lazy, from Gibbs White. Drive to the byline, get your cross in, go past the defender and yeah, be pulling back the cross, not... Loose from Diaz, just get to Doku. Getting nice and tight to Doku, who was shimmying. Diaz out to Savinho, Nunez. Straight block from Ali Anderson, I think it was anyway. Noise starting to pick up at the City ground just a little bit. Doku down that left. Guardiola. Without surprise, City dominate the ball 62% though. I'm a little bit surprised by the number. I was expecting to be a little bit higher for them. But Forest thrive off not having the ball. And Kusanov, there's no way that stayed in. Doesn't matter though, because Murillo's won it. And for Anderson, well, tomorrow's tomorrow, mate. Tomorrow is tomorrow. We might well just go on a 7-game, no non-scoring get run again. Scoring 7 goals in one match. Could be the reality. Could be the reality. You know, scored 7-7 in one match and now we don't go score any. At the end of the day, though, it's a huge competition. Well, we need to continue our progression and certainly doing that. Guardiola works wide for Savinho. Defending well by Murillo in the end. Bernardo Silva and into the crowd by Nico Gonzalez. Brings out the allays from the Forest supporters. It certainly feels the Forest right now haven't got a spark. I mean, they've got the best players out on the pitch. Been fairly comfy City, and well, there just needs to be a bit of fire in the game that gets it dramatic. Ilanga, great ball for Aina, down that right-hand side. Second time that a cross has been blocked by Guardiola. Aina, Dominguez. Great ball for Aina. He has to keep away from Haaland. Ball wasn't powerful enough to pass, I should say, and Doku was the man who intercepted it, and as he tried to go on pursuit, he's chopped down. There is a card out. Morgan Gibbs White with the booking there. It would be so interesting if for one game and one game only they tested a thing where you get fouls but you don't get any free kicks in the game and you only get cards. That'd make things really interesting. No free kicks, just cards, and then you'd be able to clearly see exactly whether or not. Yeah. Because then you'd really get your kind of thinking, oh, right, okay, hang on a minute. So it looks like a foul, but is it? Well, you wouldn't know unless there's a card. Be a very interesting concept for football. It has been a bit of deck chair and cigar, this. This genuinely could be a replay of Man City 0-0 Arsenal. I think if I was in the ground, I'd be asleep. Guardiola's set up. Foden's shot is blocked. Interesting ball. Edison's out. Need to see a shot, need to see a goal. Need to see this game come to life. Because it's just too cagey at the minute. Aina. Yeah, it was too high for him. Couldn't keep it in. Tried his best. Did Oliver Aina. Dominguez has hit the ball really well there, and he's going to draw a foul. And Chris Kavanagh is going to put it back for that. And there is going to be a yellow card out. Had to reach for the pocket twice, Chris Kavanagh. The first time he missed his pocket and ended up grabbing hold of his whistle. Well, this is what you like to see. I mean, if you can get that, yeah, just want to see a nice floater, perfectly hung, yeah. From a lot of free kicks, just think back to that Gabriel goal at Anfield. And that's the kind of free kick delivery I'm talking about as well. It was on the money. It was a real floater, that. It's a lovely weighted delivery on it by Elanga. Probably dipping a little bit too quickly. Nunez under pressure, and Elanga nearly stole the ball. Gonzalez under a bit of pressure. The play there, I tell you what, just looked to be dicey with trouble there for a second, Manchester City. Doku, good touch from Aina, vital touch from Aina. Foden's pass. Bernardo Silva coming onto it. And into the Trent end it goes. Yeah. Yeah. I've got my bearings now with the great. Yeah. See, if I sat in the stand where the dugouts are, I would have got. Well, I would have known exactly where I was in terms of the ground. Because I was sat at the other side of where the cameras are, and the dugouts, my head's still trying to wrap itself around the fact that no, hang on a minute. You're trying to end this to your left because you were sat on the opposite side. I had a similar thing with Goodison because the Gladys Street end was to my right. See you in a bit, mate. Yes. Cardio foul. Savino's got a little bit of space to work with. He was juggling with the ball at his feet, and in the end, he crossed the byline. And Kamar's in the house. How you doing, Kamar? Good to see you. Welcome aboard. To you. Haven't really caused any panic. City to Forest. Just feels cagey. Just feels like he needs a fiery spark. Hudson-Odoi, it's a great turn, it's a great run, and he's halted in his tracks by a good tackle defensively, but they've won it back straight away, Forest. Ilaga couldn't quite get it to Hudson-Odoi. It's going to be stepped onto by Gibbs-White. Can't get out City at the moment. Forest are coming back again and again and again. Worked wide by Ilanga. Hudson-Odoi cuts it back. Gibbs-White, he's off balance, scuffed his shot completely. How can you be calling for that ball on the edge of your box, receive it, and then not be ready? Doku. Nicely works, but good. Yeah, comfortable clearance again. For Forest, really. Ilanga's going to come out and press Diaz. There's most certainly no foul. Doku skipping down the left with the ball at his feet. Senior hit straight at Nico Williams, and what can Forest now just break? Diaz, Phil Foden. Nunes. Doku face of Aina. Doku gets a shot away. Straight at the cells. No real problem caused for the goalkeeper. Chris Wood. Ilanga. He's got space out wide. Can cut it back, and it didn't reach Anderson. Gibbs White on the ball for Forest. Sells. Over the top. Breaking the lines. Oh. Wood tried to chip it or lift it over the keeper, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, maybe power. It's what it needs. It's a great long ball. I'd be asking to turn back and check, and then just hit it with power from Wood, really. There's an issue for Nunes, who's actually not got his boot on at the minute. Bring the halt in play. Will probably take us to the 45-minute mark. They still ain't. There's Marinakis. So 2 additional minutes. Realltom. Williams to win it back in the last minute of the half. And Snilanga. Free kick here. Yeah, it'll be 0-0 at half time, I think. It's not quite been as entertaining to the viewer as I would have hoped for. On the preview, I was expecting to have an absolutely thrilling Saturday lunchtime. Goals, 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 and chances, but it's been cagey between these two. And half-time whistle goes. It's 0-0, and it's been very cagey, yeah. 0-0. Yeah, it's not... Yeah, it's a scoreline that most certainly replicates that, yeah. 0-0. The game. As I say, it's most certainly a scoreline in a minute. Just replicates the game we've seen. Yeah, very cagey. Very cagey between these two so far. 0-0 at the break. Hope for a few goals in the second half. Hope for a Forest win. I wouldn't like this one to end 0-0. So, yeah. 0-0. Round of 16 continues. Yes, we know. As I say, the scoreline matches the way the game's panned out in the first half, and that's... Well, we should have a goal, really. But the chances have been limited. I'd hope to see a bit more for a second half. Because I do believe that Forest in a season like this should be beating Man City. Yeah, they've got to kind of just probably step out of the comfort zone a bit, because City are respecting the way they play by dominating the ball. And it's making it a very cagey clash because both teams are playing exactly the game they want to play. And it should only ever work out anywhere one team's playing the game they want to play. But the issue you've got is each team plays the polar opposite type of game. And both teams are getting exactly what they want in terms of the game plan they play with. But I feel as though Forest needs to step out of that a bit, get a bit more of the ball, and be that pressing. So it would be that team who just steps out the comfort zone a little bit to win the game. So yeah, so far so cagey. For example, on the preview of Brighton Fulham, I fully expect that there'll be lots of chances of Brighton, but Fulham will have the clear-chancy. That's where I'm going with that one, which is why I've gone 1-0 to Fulham. Yeah, I'm getting sick of this NHS advert, to be fair. Talk to me then, people. I know it was a very, very plain first half with no real talking points, but talk to me. Yeah, it's first halves like that make me just sit here and eat Pringles, you know what I mean? Postcode lottery, eh? I'd love to win 25.4 million quid, a share of anyway. I mean, all I see the postcode lottery is, no offence, is a company who about every month or so wheels out a brand new advert with the same 4 celebrities in red shirts, in red outfits in, telling you, singing about your daughter in the draw. And then one way or another, they'll stamp a number of millions of pounds on in gold, right? Which you probably ain't going to win. I expect it to be very, very dugout analysis kind of thing. Yes, set up. There you go. With no central room for sitting. Had to work the ball wide. And yeah, a team that does so well on the transition. And as I say, without the ball, hasn't got the joy playing the game they want to play. And like I say, it's probably because both teams are playing the style of play they want to play, which is why one of these two are going to need to step out their comfort zone of play and to make it so that they both play, so to make it so that one's not playing. Yeah. goalless and needing in a change of style of play for one team to come out as winner. And yeah, it was sort of going that way in the first half. Forest Ipswich as well. The first half was rather plain. In the second half, we started to see Ipswich show their height a little bit. Just, you know, and Ipswich definitely had us by the throat a little bit at one point. You know, just a bit like, oh, get us to full time. Oh, you know what I mean? We were all in there a bit like, oh, Forest. But, I mean, yeah, we were all saying, Jesus, they've got some height. Yeah, they've got some height, Ipswich, on set pieces and balls in. And that's where their goal came from in that game, a bullet header. It was a great response by Ryan Yates to get it level. But yeah, that second half, when they scored, we were all a bit by the throat, you know, like, oh, Jesus, you know. But the shootout comes along, and then we started to see the Forest we knew, you know, absolutely phenomenal finishes. And an absolutely exploding City ground. There won't be a shootout today. There won't be extra time today. So Forest need to find that spark before Man City do and go and win this game. Because in terms of the 90 minutes, if this game goes any way like the one against Ipswich did, it'll end up being a draw. So until Forest score, they need to up it, you know, just up it. I went for a 2-1 going into the game, but I'm going to change it. I'm going to go for just... It looks too cagey to be a 2-1. I mean, I might be wrong, but at this point, it looks too cagey to be a 2-1. So I think I'm going to go for... I'm still going to go for Forest. I'm going to go for a 1-0. I don't think this will end goalless, but I don't think it'll have over 2.5 goals in it, 2-1. In that respect. So 1-0 Forest. As I say, based on that first half, we'll be lucky to go over 0.5, but I do feel as we will go over 0.5. So yeah, that is where I am at with this game. Plenty of opportunities to win today, as I said, in terms of the slips. We have got Forest down to win on the insurance as well, which looks lovely, by the way. £59 is sat on that little beauty. If it was 31 pence. And yeah, for TNT today, they have got a second game as well later. Yeah, if you want to watch Wolves Everton, which is the extra bonus game on television tonight, that one will be again on TNT later tonight. And they are advertising that right now as I speak, quite conveniently. Molyneux sees Everton's visit, and that is coming your way at 8 o'clock. And Molyneux is a ground where I'm yet to visit. So at some point I would like to visit it. I tell you what, on the little zone views there of it, it looks like it's in a very, very countryside-ish area. I mean, on the zone view, coming out of the stadium, sort of, and zooming it out on it, you can see trees all around. It's lovely. Well, you don't see trees around the city ground. You do see two, but not an array of them. What you see is a river. One of the very few stadiums in the UK that sits right by a river. And I'm not just talking about, within walking distance of one. I'm talking within meters of a river. City ground, oh me strolling in from the Trent. There you go. We sang that song 3 times, I think. No. 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe even 5 times. Might have sang it for the Panels Shootout. Well, off and running for the second half. We're then at the City ground. Forest, Manchester City, and of course, I will be singing again because on Wednesday I am at the Emirates and we will be singing away at the song of North London Forever, where we have a 7-1 lead on aggregate over PSV Eindhoven, with an almost a certainty that we will be qualifying to face either Atletico Madrid or Real Madrid, who are separated by 1 goal in a 2-1 aggregate lead for Real Madrid, and that second leg is at Atletico. It's a good chest down, Doku, down the right. And Nunez, after his injury scare in the first half late on, is back on the pitch for the second half. Indeed, mate. Indeed, Clarky. Absolutely huge game. United Arsenal. Anderson. Williams. Ilanga's going to break the lines. He's going to shield the ball. He's going to get a cross in there. And he's going to be hit by Dominguez. Straight at Ederson. Bit of excitement, bit of raise in the tone of my voice there. That's what we want to see. Dominguez has just gone down from about holding the top of his foot just below the ankle. And he's back up in no time. going to peter out. Goal kick. Forest. City have been poor in the aspect of being a threat. I don't think they've been a threat. As I say, they've just looked good because they've been able to play their game. But in this second half, that has to change. Where one team cannot play their game. Otherwise, it'll be cagey. More than likely, won't see a winner. It's a foul, I think. There's a foul by Wood. Goes for the ball. It's a hand on Kusanov, but I'm not buying that for a foul. Nunes. Down the right to Doku. Bernardo Silva. It's good, really good play. Williams has just shown Doku a bit of room in the end. There's no way Langa's going to get that, is he? Well, Kusanov got the last touch, so it's a throw-in. And Kusanov will be known for one thing. The first Uzbekistanian player in the Premier League. That is quite literally the only thing I can know him for. Anderson. Alanga, throw-in. Anderson's won a corner. We'll argue with it. I tell you what, that was another thing that I noticed about myself a little bit on Monday. I was in there, and every time the Forest got a corner, I was like, yeah. Do you know what I mean? I was like, oh. That's one of the downsides of us being so reliant on corners. You know what I mean? Because Arsenal were so reliant on corners. We're not so much now. Obviously, it starts to fade away, the goals from corners, but it's almost instilled in me, just to get pumps, and get excited about corners. It was a near post delivery, and it didn't work. You don't want it near post. You don't want it near post. Because near post, normally, you've got to have a player that's willing to get whiplash with the, bosh straight away just to head it in, or you've got to have the most perfectly weighted delivery over the head of the player at the near post to ensure that it just dips underneath him and onto his forehead so he can flick it across. Gibbs White, he caught Nick Williams by surprise. He's shielded the ball from Nunes. Anderson's in support, and Nunes got the last touch for his get a throw in. It's good forward pressure. Doku got a nutmeg, then Anthony, he's pulled the shirt of Bernardo Silva. It's going to be a free kick. I can hear a motorbike outside getting ready to go. Bit of rev of the engine as well there. It is causing the dogs to bark. Kusanov. Still completely rock and square. Haaland. Mateus Nunes. Savinho has won himself a corner. I say won himself. Foden's going to take it. Ball in. Haaland's going to get up and head it. And Bernardo Silva's shot blocked close range by Gibbs White. He's going to chase for the ball. And it most certainly looked like he got there first and was caught. Nunez, yeah, he did well to get there first. It's not a booking. I know it looks reckless on the replay and the TV, but it's not a booking. It's just a foot race won by Gibbs White. Both races. There's only one football on the pitch. They both got a race for it. One football, 22 players. So, of course, you're going to get foot races for the ball. It looks too heavy for Hudson-Odoi. It is. He had a good game on Monday, Callum. He had a good game. And he is the player that I've said that comes up with the big goals and the big moments. Not more or less one of the regular goal scorers, the out-and-out ones. But you always find that when Forest get a big win, his name's on the score sheet, and indeed it was at Anfield. So yeah, in terms of his output, okay, yeah, we can openly say that his output isn't the best, but his contributions to big games are fantastic. Quite a cold finisher as well, Callum, so do I find. I would edge towards saying as well, just prefer Hudson-Odoi to Elanga. They're both great. Jordan's in the house. How you doing, Jordan? Good to see you. Welcome. Well, go on, Anthony. Free kick you'll get. Great ball for Ides. Perfect for him. Deflection. That should have gone for a corner. Should have gone for a corner. Hit the hour mark. I don't see this ending goalless. Be honest with you. Murillo did brilliantly, to be fair. Cool as you like. Haaland coming on to him. And she says, no, I'll keep the ball. Don't worry. Yeah, cheap foul. So it's City who throw the first dices. Well, Nico Gonzalez is off, and the Forest fans will be a bit relieved about that. For one thing, that they can now shout Nico, without having to worry about Nico Gonzalez thinking that the Forest fans are praising him. And in that respect, I'm talking about Nico Williams. Oh, it's clipped so well by Hudson-Odoi. Dominguez, great ball. Gotta see a goal here. Gotta see a goal. Your team sheet's available, by the way, for all 3 o'clock kickoffs now. That's all 3 o'clock kickoffs at 10 to 2. Now available on the Premier League app and via your club's social medias. Elanga Anderson. And those 3 o'clock kickoffs are Liverpool against Southampton, Crystal Palace against Ipswich Town, lucrative game in London there. And we've got Brighton against Fulham, which is what we're going to be doing at 3 o'clock in and amongst the action. Foden sets up. Ruben Diaz shot is tame and comfortable for Matt Sells. Murillo to Nico Williams. Kevin De Bruyne. and Omar Mamouche on the touchline. In the wings and waiting to come on. Dominguez sets up Gibbs White. Gibbs White's on the run. No. Kusanov makes the tackle. Oh, don't foul him. Don't foul him. That's it. I could see a goal coming. I just want it. Oh, there was a chance for Savinho. Milankovic with the block, I think it was. Just under 25 minutes to go. Foden to Doku. Lewis. Go on, win it. Hudson-Odoi, he's kept it in. He's got space to work with. Played here to Wood. Oh, he's taken too long to get a shot away. Anderson worked back wide to Hudson-Odoi. He's going to go. Oh, he's tipped onto the post by Edison. Thought I had my goal then. That's surely got to get up and go, right, we've got to score now. Milankovic. Down the right. Aina. Oh, ball in. Murillo can sweep it clear. Here's Doku down the right. What? Foden going off here. Savinho also coming off. De Bruyne and Marmoush are City's 2 replacements. Just realised what that is there on Dominguez's neck. He's taking his headband off and he's wearing it as a necklace. I was like, what the hell is he wearing there? And Ryan Yates, who scored that late-ish goal on Monday, is on the pitch. Marmoush's not going to get there. Bernardo Silva. Yeah. More attempts, hanging out Forest. Need to see a goal. Lewis is accelerating forward here. Worked it wide to Doku. Well, 35 for 3 months, obviously. 15 for 1 month. Well, that's £30 for 2 months. So I'm paying 30 quid for 2 months. The 3rd month I'm getting it for a £5. So obviously, it's more value to buy 35 for 3 months, saving a tenner. That's like De Bruyne. I'm not interested in 1 year price. I'm interested in the fact that again, you are setting me, you're saving. About 80 minutes to go. De Bruyne has worked that one wide right to Bernardo Silva. It's a good tackle. Williams can keep it in. Okay. Next week we've got all the English teams on Wednesday leading for the round of 16 in the European UEFA competitions. And we, of course, have the biggest lead. You might get 3 months, yeah. Then again, though, would you get 6 months? Because you're saving 20 quid there. Because if you do 3 months, then you want another 3 months, that's 70 quid you're paying in total. Doku, he's done well. Yates to win that ball back. Persistence. Ilanga's up against Diaz. Oh, dear, the pass. Just want to see a goal. De Bruyne slipped through. Doku, good tackle. It's been put out by Yates for a throw. Needed the out ball really from Yates, not out for us that he's throwing. We've seen late wins from Forest before, of course, overturning a 1-0 deficit to Villa to win 2-1. But there is no deficit here. It's a case of probably 1 goal wins it. Marmou's not a great tackle at all by Yates. Into the book. Low blockers in place. Comfortable for Sells, the free kick. It goes round the wall, avoids the low blocker, De Bruyne. Low and hard into the gloves of Sells. That's missed by Hudson-Odoi. De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva down the right. Realltom. Cells will come and gather. It's been another quiet one for the robot today, Erling Haaland. With a long ball up. He wins his header, Chris Wood. Offside. Ball is out of play. Well, ball's not in play. Forest changes. It's going to be Ibrahim Sangare to come on to replace Anthony Elanga. And that can only mean one thing, that they're going to push Gibbs White into a higher position at the pitch. Yeah, Murillo had the cover of that. It's time for a goal. Einer's done brilliantly again. Yeah, they're going to get the free kick. It's been pulled back. Einer wanted to keep going, but Kavanagh has pulled it back for a foul on Hudson-Odoi by Marmoush. Milenkovic has gone up. Can afford Sangare. Oh, he's fell over. Einer's got the width. Einer's got the width. You bet he has. You bet he, yeah, well timed again. Refreshing to see older fullbacks so good. Hudson-Odoi's got loads of space. Will we see the goal? You bet we will. Callum Hudson-Odoi, when he enters big moments, finds the big goals, and he may well have just done that again. What did I tell you? He doesn't score many, but he scores them in the big games and the big moments. Callum Hudson-Odoi 1-0 Forest. Finally, we have a goal. Scores the winner at Anfield and scores the winner here. Hopefully the winner. And Edison's beaten his near post, but Hudson-Odoi will not care. Well, the mist has rolled in from the Trent. The magic mist has arrived, and Hudson-Odoi gives the Tricky Trees the lead. Doku's ball, comfortable clearance for Murillo. Milenkovic can clear. Sangare can too. And good. Here's Gibbs White. Off and running. Hudson-Odoi again down the right. Crossing for Chris Wood. Surely he'll finish. No. I liked his body position. He was leaning forward a bit. He was a little bit off balance. But I tell you what, you just want him to sort of push his body back, lean back a little bit and just score. And I always say that players leaning back is never a good thing. But in that case, you just look at him thinking, lean back then, finish it off. De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva. It was swift and it was quick play. And it looked dangerous. But it led to nothing. And even so, the flag was up. Going to see two more changes. Murato and Taiwo Awani, who I remember, I believe in that game against Exeter was, well, ended up being one of the worst possible collisions possible, really. I mean, it was he looked in serious bother, didn't he? And the mask that he wears resembles that. Started the game against Ipswich on Monday. Hudson-Odoi going off with the potential winning goal. Be a throw into Manchester City. De Bruyne, yeah. She's getting cleared. She needs to get, yeah, they've done it. Forced it wide. Kusanov. Put in by Anderson might have helped out actually because the ball's out wide to Bernardo Silva, and Marmoush's cross is dealt with by Murillo. Well, take your judgment by the scoreline. Forest, FOR 1-0, MC, Man City. Yes. Forest. Nottingham Forest FC. Just joining in with the crowd on the Stadium FX. Half a minute. Plus added time. De Bruyne, it's worked wide to Bernardo Silva. Cross is sent in there and Morata heads it away smoothly. Awani, Gibbs White. Was hoping for a bit of a give and go there, but it hadn't quite worked out. Just 4 minutes, not long. De Bruyne. Doku. Cross, Murillo heads away. Doku. It's good shielding from Williams. It's good shielding. Stayed in front. Poor clearance. Kovacic. Oh, that was hit well. I was thinking for a moment then, oh shit. But no, it's all right. Considering this will be the first time the Forest have beaten Man City, a good bet, £5 Forest to win. Might well be one of the most stupid decisions I've made, looking back on it, but actually, well, I'll reel in the £12.50 profit off it. Anderson, Awani. Yeah, still got the ball. Gibbs White. I know. Now Awani. Going to break the lines down the right. It most certainly looked onside to me there. Was positioned behind Ruben Diaz. And he's won his side a corner, Tyler Awani. Mm. $50 seconds to go. Rico Lewis. Kovacic. Half a minute. Ball in. Sells should come. Sells does come. He's going to hold on to it. Can't be more than... this season it can be more than 8 seconds, but after this season, no, mate. Huge win for Forest in a game that for so long was caging at 0-0. But Nuno Espirito Santo, Evangelos Marinakis and the entire Forest crowd and the players all celebrate a long overdue win over Manchester City in the Premier League. The final score here is Nottingham Forest 1, City 0. And not only that, but I'm going home with a £12.50 profit off it. Yeah. £17.50 comes back off that one for me. Folks, see you later. Forest 1-0 Man City. Next up is Brighton against Fulham. And that's it. Rocking all over the world, that's it. That was the song I was trying to remember.